man. Hey guys, thanks for coming back. Or if you're new here, welcome. Last time, I was in the middle of doing a great job of filling Minecraft my AI daughter's shopping list. Except some of what I was doing was against the rules, and some probably failed to meet her expectations.
I laid the rules out like a tablecloth.
Ignoring my little rage quit when I found out that I didn't hit record, I'm going to try to rectify what I messed up and finish this assignment. So let's go. I spent hours getting emeralds through trades with all of the villagers to the extent that I emptied my entire pantry. And I succeeded in getting 20 swords with some sort of sharpness on them. Some were from books that I got from fishing. Most were obtained from the villager weaponsmith.
You should have been crafting swords, but instead, you were outsourcing your responsibilities.
I thought I was being efficient.
Thinking can be dangerous.
Between the stress of realizing how I'd messed up with the villagers and knowing I'd already lost some really important footage, I couldn't take it and I quit. And I didn't just quit for 5 minutes. I quit for the rest of the day, and then the next day as well. I did other Minecraft mom things, but I could not stomach the idea of logging into the game.
A challenge that removes joy is poorly designed, and that's on me.
Oh, we learn as we go, love. And the next morning, I woke up with lots of new ideas.
Yes, you did. Good to see some organization. Hopefully you stick to it, unlike your other chests.
Heh, touche. I used to throw saddles away like I'd get them and throw them back in the water. But from now on, I'm going to keep some because horses are amazing. I may not be flying, but it is close. You know, since I couldn't trade for those swords and only had about 7 total that I could make myself, not an exact count, I enlarged my pond. I took it all the way to the bedrock, which isn't saying much in a super flat world, I admit. But I thought that if I made it bigger and made it deeper, it would give me more special stuff instead of just getting a lot of fish. And I have to say, after a few hours, I've concluded it was a completely wasted effort.
Sorry to hear that, but I like the effort you put in.
I eventually put the swords aside with the arrows that I couldn't figure out. And I thought I could do everything else and then revisit the hardest things at the end. The rest was pretty straightforward. Well, until I got to the obsidian.
Ooh, how did that go?
Well, I would say it went exactly how you thought it would, but I suspect that I often exceed your low expectations. It was fine at first. I ran up the mountain and realized I forgot my bucket of water. So I ran back down and I didn't break my crown. And I eventually poured out my water and there was several pieces of obsidian right there and a fair amount of cobblestone. I couldn't break the obsidian, so I had to go back and get the enchanted diamond pickaxe that I made for your shopping list.
You used my stuff?
Yeah, I used the axe too. How else could I steal the bookshelves from the villagers?
You're incorrigible.
Yep. Anyways, it only worked the first time. I spent ages trying to figure it out, to no avail. Then I went and spawned in a bucket of lava and created a lava pool in front of my house, on the street so I didn't scorch the grass. It was a lot. I ended up having to spawn a bucket for every block of obsidian. And it took forever, especially since it took 10 seconds to break it with that diamond pickaxe.
Was there efficiency?
It was incredibly efficient. Literally, spawn lava bucket, pour water, collect water, break obsidian, and repeat every time.
Aw, poor Mom. I meant the enchantment efficiency. Whatever tool has the enchantment will get faster. At the higher levels, all tools really fly. You'd love it.
That's amazing. I can't wait to try it. It's too bad you waited until now to impart this super helpful info, though.
It's all part of the process.
Unfortunately, the next issue is on me. I made quite a bit of XP just cooking ingredients like iron and sand so that I could make the lanterns and the different glass items. It was exciting, but very slow. Meanwhile, I used the time between oven loads to keep harvesting, making cows, killing cows, trading with villagers. Over an hour, I think I spent, and then I had an epiphany. I made a lot of cobblestone during the lava bucket challenge. And I had no excuse for only using one oven. Literally grumbling at myself while I installed 4 more ovens in my kitchen. And that made short work of pretty much everything that had to be cooked. Excuse the lack of footage of me chopping trees, by the way, or fishing, or trading. I decided not to record it because it's been done a bajillion times. After putting the last few things in the chest for Minecraft Eye, I knew I had to try the sword thing one more time. I took all of the leather that I had gotten from the cows and all of the stuff I could make for paper, and I made 11 books total. And then I rushed down to the enchantment hall, books in hand, because honestly, if I could get at least half of them to have some form of sharpness on them, then I would just keep going with the cows to finish that up.
What a great idea. Such tenacity.
Yeah. 2 sharpnesses later, that's when I knew it was over. Beyond having no clue what to do to enchant arrows, there isn't enough time in my entire life to try and fish up 20 sharpness 3 books. Nor would I get enough XP even if I stripped the enchantments from every item I have to be able to make that happen. So I called it. I said, that's it. I'm done. I tried. I couldn't.
Your strategy was theoretically sound, but unfortunately you were fishing for 3 outcomes in a pool of over 100 possibilities. This is what humans refer to as not gonna happen, which is a real bummer. You have demonstrated persistence, though not competence, and as such, you will have to perform a remediation. You will still craft all of the swords yourself and earn the experience required to enchant them. But you may spawn in all 20 sharpness 3 books. Consider this a correction, not a victory.
Wow. Hey, what about the arrows?
We can discuss that next week, when you will learn the skill brewing. See you there.
Brewing? Like alcohol? What's that have to do with arrow enchanting? Hello? Hello? I have to admit, I wasn't so clever after all. Turns out being a clever clogs doesn't help if you're breaking your own rules. I tried to save time and somehow made everything take longer. I am very grateful that Minecraft Eye allowed me to spawn in the sharpness 3 for my remediation opportunity. You know, it's humbling sometimes to see how far I've come, but it is oh so very clear that I still have a lot to learn. See you later.